Jim Kiley. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Operations for the Dartmouth Public Schools. We're here today at the Dartmouth Memorial Stadium. So the Dartmouth Memorial Stadium was dedicated in 1950 as a memorial to those who lost their lives in World War II. Today, it's a deteriorated facility with an inadequate field, and our vision is to renovate this facility. We're actually out to bid right now for phase one, which will be replacement of this grass field with artificial turf and new energy efficient LED lighting. That bid opening will be March 29th, and we'll get moving forward with construction this summer. Then we will also at the same time be seeking funding for phase two, which will be replacement of the home stands with renovated stands, seating, press box, concessions, bathrooms, accessibility improvements, and concourses and walkways, also fencing, and really taking the facility from what it is today, a deteriorated state, to a more modern facility that can accommodate the needs of the community and hopefully better reflect the values of the community. And then in the future, we'll be moving forward with a phase that will involve the visitors' stands to the east of the facility and the driveway and storage component of the project. So we have a lot in the works here at Dartmouth Memorial Stadium, and we hope the whole community gets to enjoy it in the very near future.
Hi, I'm Rachel Xavier, Associate Principal of Dartmouth High School. I'm here today with Ms. De Silva, who is the Director of Guidance. We have some updates for you. First of all, next week, actually not next week, on March 26th and 27th, we will be administering our computer-based ELA MCAS exam to all grade 10 students. This is a competency determination for students to earn their diploma. Also, we remind parents to send students to school well rested on those days, on time, and with their Chromebooks fully charged. We have run an infrastructure test. This has ensured that all technology will be in place to support the exam. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, Rachel Xavier, at dartmouthschools.org, or call the high school, 508-961-2700. Thanks. And now I'll hand the mic over to Bridget De Silva.
Hello, I'm going to speak a couple of moments about the program of studies. Currently, the document is in the final edits, and we are also having our TV media students produce a highlight video of the different departments and course offerings throughout the high school. We do have new electives that will be offered next year, as well as several AP courses that are new. And once we have the program of study final edits done, as well as the highlight video, those will be posted on the high school website. Course selections will begin the first week of April, and we will also be visiting the middle school after that first week. And students will be selecting courses through an online portal. We will give you more information through an email. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alex Bernardo. I'm an 8th grade English teacher as well as the theater director here at Dartmouth Middle School. And we're going to talk to you today about our upcoming spring musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. As most of you probably are familiar with the Peanuts gang, this is a show all about a day in the life of Charlie Brown. You'll recognize many of the familiar characters that came to life as part of Schultz's iconic comic strip, including Charlie Brown, Lucy, Snoopy Schroeder, Linus, Sally, and many of the other Peanuts. I have with me today two of our young actors that are participating in the show, and they're going to tell you a little bit about what they're doing in it.
Hi, I'm Cooper Hare, and I'm in 8th grade. I'm playing as a dancer in the ensemble.
Hi, my name is Gwen Tercera. I play Lucy Van Pelt, and I'm in 8th grade.
So Gwen, can you talk a little bit about Lucy and how she feels about Schroeder?
Sure. So, as you may already know, Lucy is in love with Schroeder, and she pretty much only cares about her and Schroeder. And yeah.
And Cooper, can you tell us a little bit about the big dance numbers in the show?
There are many big dance numbers in the show, including the introduction, which is You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I'm also in Baseball Game, Beethoven Day, and many others.
So just a little bit of background on the show. The show is actually originally written in the 1960s and has had various productions around the world, most notably the 1999 Broadway version, which is actually the one that we'll be performing here. The most notable change is the character of Sally Brown in place of Patty. New songs include Beethoven Day, that we'll have all of our cast members dancing in, as well as Sally Brown's My New Philosophy. Please join us April 4th and 5th at 7 p.m. here at the Dartmouth Middle School Auditorium on Slocum Road. We hope to see you all there.
Hey, I'm Stephanie Ermilovich, Assistant Principal at Quinn Elementary School, and I'm here to tell you a few things that have happened over the last month. We were excited to have a fantastic attendance for Literacy Night. Carolyn Soares kind of spearheaded that event with an amazing staff who volunteered. Typically, we have around 100 families that sign up, and this year we had over 200, so the outcome was fantastic. We had special guests to take pictures as students and families came in. We had Clifford the big red dog, and Mrs. Thomas was Cat in the Hat, which she does every year, and she took over 200 pictures with families. And with the great use of technology, those pictures were emailed directly to families the next day, so they had them to share and to see. Also, over the last week, we've had guest readers. So we had over 60 community members come in and read to our classes. It was a fantastic event. Catherine Golub worked really hard with our peer leaders and Tiffany Martin to send out invitations, responses, gather books. It was a good opportunity for our students to hear a fresh face reading a story, but also be able to ask them questions about the things that they do in the community. So the students and faculty really had fun with that. And also over the last month, we've been working on an MCAS boot camp where our teachers and interventionists will be working together to provide tutoring over the week right before during our RTI block for students. And it is a good way for the students to kind of just get ready and have a lot of review for MCAS coming forward. The MCAS schedule is on the website and it was sent out in the backpack, but also parents, just helpful tips. If you just want to make sure the days prior to MCAS your student gets a really good night's sleep and has a full belly when they come to school, it's super helpful for them to be able to be focused and get started.
Hi, my name is Kathleen DeCampos. I'm an occupational therapist in the Dartmouth Public Schools, and I work at Cushman School as well as DeMello School. And here at Cushman School, we have, this is Sophie, by the way, and Sophie is a therapy dog that comes to work with me every week to work with the preschoolers primarily, although she has seen some kindergarten students. So a few years back, when Dr. Bonnie Gifford came into the district, I really liked the way her mind was progressive, forward thinking, and she seemed that she was very focused on social emotional well-being in children. So I asked to meet her, and she immediately embraced the idea of canine assisted therapy in the district and asked me to present to the school committee, which I did. And the rest is history because they unanimously approved, and Sophie's been coming to school with me once a week. So some of the things that we do here, the vision is goal-oriented therapy. We work on some fine motor skills. So I have a variety of containers that children are asked to open, and typically there'll be a carrot in it. And I use carrots for the little ones, so that way if they put it in their mouth, it's a lot more safer than putting a dog biscuit in their mouth. And one of the things that they have to use is their language, which I'll show you in a minute. Sophie, sit, leave it. And I could keep talking to you like this for quite some time until I give her the release command so she can take this. Good girl. Okay. And the children are taught to tell her, leave it, and then okay. And they get a big kick out of it. What's more important is that if I gave a child a container to open it up just regularly, it's not as motivating or relative to them to be able to just open an empty container or one that just had putty in it or something. But when they know they get the positive reward of feeding Sophie a carrot, all of a sudden it's highly motivating and they're happy to do it. One of the other things we do is we work on clothing fasteners. So I have a vest that I put on to Sophie, and the children are able to learn how to button and unbutton, latch a zipper, and this is all done while it's on Sophie. Another area in which we work in is social emotional and some behavioral responses. I have some children who are very selective in terms of when they want to talk and when they choose not to talk. And yet with Sophie, they'll talk to her all the time. Or if given a first then behavioral strategy, first you do this, then you get to give Sophie a strategy, they're more likely to engage in the activity and complete the work task so that they know after that task they're able to engage with Sophie. And one of the other biggest areas I work with Sophie with is core strengthening and motor planning. So we'll go into the sensory room and we'll work on sit-ups. And I give Sophie the command to sit, and the children will sit. Then I give Sophie the command to go down, she will go down, and the children go down. So they're working on sit-ups. They're hysterical watching Sophie. They have no clue that they're working on core strengthening. So it's a fun time for them. So working with Sophie and canine assisted therapy, she doesn't only come to Cushman School. She goes to Salve Regina, she does stress busters for midterms, she goes to hospitals, she goes to Spalding, and I really believe in the human-animal connection and the power of what it can do for social emotional well-being. It is my hope that the Dartmouth School District will embrace more therapy dog teams to come in and work with our youth and our students and helping them work through some social emotional issues. Thank you.
Hi, it's Liz Coria, the assistant principal of the DeMello School here in Dartmouth, and I'm here to talk to you about two celebrations that we've recently had with our students at DeMello School. The first is our Fun Zone. In keeping with our positive behavior program, every trimester we celebrate the students who have really exemplified role model behavior with a half-hour Fun Zone. Very competitive, students have to earn their way in with good behavior and caught being good slips, and as we did the first term, this term we focused on minute-to-win-it activities that the kids absolutely loved. We did that the week of March 4th. It took the entire week to get through all 21 classrooms, but it was a huge success. The children loved it, and we look forward to organizing the next Fun Zone, which will be at the end of the third trimester in June, which is right around the corner. The second event that we had at the school was a Super Bowl canned food drive that was sponsored by the 4th grade Student Council. Just as it sounds, right around the Super Bowl we had students bringing in canned food donations to restock the Council on Aging kitchen next door. And the building was able to collect 1,050 cans for the Council on Aging. So each classroom at each grade level that brought in the most cans received a Super Bowl dance party, and Mrs. Paveo was sweet enough to handle that and get that going here as I was out. From what I understand, there were many children doing many wonderful dances and really enjoying themselves. As always, we want to recognize the positive behavior here and the kindness of our students, so it's really a pleasure to have brought both of those to our students at DeMello School.